evening, friends. I hope you've had a good week. Well, my garden hasn't had such a great week, actually not the best couple of weeks. So we've had a combination of about a month without rain, then we got socked with rain, and in between all of that, we had a lot of smoke from the Canadian wildfires. So I think that might have taken a toll on some of my plants as well. I want to say to the Canadian viewers, and I know that there are a good amount of you, I am so sorry you're going through this summer, and news reports say that it's going to last until you get snow in the winter. And as much of an inconvenience as it is for us on the East Coast of the United States and sometimes in the Midwest, I know that it pales in comparison to what you all are living with on a daily basis. So I wish the best for all of you. All right, let's get at this. I've got to deadhead a bunch of stuff here. The yarrow, the heads are almost black. They really need to get deadheaded, and you can be a little brutal with these. I had to tie up the coreopsis down here, and I deadheaded a couple of weeks ago some of the Jupiter beard, but I need to get more of it done. I'm sorry, beard tongue. And the Russian sage is looking great. The coneflowers, they need a lot of deadheading. So let's go. You can see how dark this has become. I'm going to bring this down until I find a nice leafy bunch way down here. Now on this pincushion, you can see this bloom is gone, so let's bring it down to the next leaf grouping. Same with here. And we have flowers here. This one's going to come up still, so we'll keep him. Get rid of those. And we'll keep this for a while yet. Oh, this one's broken. This one snapped down here. With the beard tongue, we still have some blooms on top of that. So I'll wait until they come and go, then I'll deadhead that. Now you can see in the center of the coreopsis, there's a big gap there, and this had been spread all out. I did tie it up, it helped a bit, but I really need to buy some supports for it next year. I've actually got some picked out. Yeah, this really is a bit out of control. It's beautiful though, isn't it? Now with this black and bloom salvia, you can see where the flowers are going to appear. It looks like this area right here snapped, so I'll trim that up. It also appears that some bug got to the leaves, chewed them up. You never know if it's some kind of a slug or what. So you can see here's another. Right there, there's another one. Now the coneflowers did beautifully this year, and I think there are more to come. So I'm going to deadhead these now and hope for another flush. So there's a lovely one. And then with the next flush, at that point, I will not deadhead those because I want those to remain throughout the fall and winter for the birds, and maybe another coneflower plant will pop up. Now you want to be careful when you're deadheading these, because sometimes what's new and what's old looks somewhat alike. Now this is a great thing about deadheading, is when you do that, you uncover all kinds of new blooms waiting to open. See, I didn't even know all these were here. Look at that. So look at all of these that are yet to open. This coneflower is going to have another beautiful flush this summer, and I will share it with you. So the garden phlox looked great a few days ago. This is the phlox dated, but something has happened here. See, a couple of these stems just turned brown, yellow-brown. The leaves are crispy. So for those, I'm just going to have to take those down to the ground. For the others, I'll give them more time. For instance, I see here, there are more blooms that are going to open here. So I will take off the spent blooms, and we'll see how this works out over the summer. I will definitely keep you up to date. Now, one thing I'm seeing here is there was a web on these two. I don't know if it was garden spider web or something nefarious, but these two had a web on it, and they're both kaput for this summer. The sedum is looking very healthy so far, and you know you're well into midsummer when you start to see the heads where flowers will appear in just a few weeks, and then comes beautiful fall. But I always miss my garden. Well, friends, thank you so much for joining me this evening. It was really a pleasure. I hope you've learned something. I hope it's inspired you to run outside and see what you can do in your own garden. And if you don't have one, maybe start one. And start small. I have lots of bare spots I'm discovering here. And I have some new perrenials that I bought last weekend that I'll be dropping into the ground. Have a wonderful week, friends.